It's official, like a referee with a whistle. So like and share this episode. So I got a question from someone that's been following me for a long time. And he wanted to know, do I consider myself to be a part of the red pill community? So this is a good question, and also went on to say, what do I think about the red pill community? That's a good question. I've been accused of my content being red pill, right? And what I always say to that, I consider my content to be more reality than anything, because it's based on my experiences, what I've seen, what I've done, and how I live my life, and the things that I stand on, with my morals and values and principles, right? Now, see, when it comes to the red pill, a lot of these guys are, mostly, for the most part, racist white dudes that want to control women and put women in their place and want to use the system to come out with laws and public policies to kind of pin a woman in a corner, and without having to see what it is. They don't want to have to socialize, right? They don't really want to have to compete with someone like me. And think about it. The average white dude right now, I don't care how he grew up. He doesn't want to have to compete. He feels like he shouldn't have to compete. And some of these other guys too, they have that same mentality, like, I shouldn't have to compete against the black guys. It's that mentality exists out here. So see, if you go on these sites like Reddit, and I forgot the other one, these troll sites, and where they be on there basically saying whatever they want to say, all the name calling, and they call us every name under the sun you could ever think of on these message boards like Reddit and all these, and it's two or three of them that I don't, I'm not on there, so I don't know, but I've been on there at least once, all of them, and I see what people say online, and see, here's the deal. Once they get into these message boards talking about women all day long, that's all they talk about. They talk about what women are doing all day long, what they don't like, and how, you need to, women are out of pocket, and they doing this and doing that and everything, and toxic masculinity this, toxic masculinity that, and see, I don't really get caught up into that, because number one, some people say, well, what about the red pill, blue pill? Well, I don't. Y'all looking at the Matrix too much. You know what I'm saying? I mean, they said the blue pill is where I guess you kind of living in a fantasy, you live your life in such a way where you kind of, the truth doesn't really matter. You just go along and get along or whatever, or you just kind of cope, with everything that comes your way. They said, I guess that's considered to be the blue pill. They said the red pill is where you see things for what it is, right? And I said, well, I see things on both sides. You know what I'm saying? But my experience is going to be different from somebody else's experience. I can see both sides, the red pill and the blue pill. And then some people go on and say, what's the black pill too? Well, whatever. They got all kind of goddamn pills, But see, that's the problem with these guys try to put a label on everything, try to, real life doesn't work like that. You can't put everything in a box, you know. And see, when they start complaining about toxic masculinity, that's kind of a cold word for me. They're really talking about us as black men. That's what it really comes down to. When a lot of these women online, especially, start talking about toxic masculinity, they don't want to come out and say who they're really talking about. But we know those that know. We know who they're really talking about. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't really, most of the shit they talk about ain't got nothing to do with me. You know what I'm saying? And see, I understand at the end of the day, once the white people, white women, men and women start arguing back and forth, and see, and here's another thing. When you have white women and white men going back and forth, nobody is really calling anybody out. Nobody's really, they're basically kind of, they're being passive aggressive, the women, for the most part. Now, that white guys might say something, they might call somebody out every once in a while, but white women almost never call the white guys out. Because they kind of, they kind of know that they have to depend on white guys. You know what I'm saying? Because see, these two groups, white women and white men, they kind of control freaks. They're always trying to one-up each other. If they're in a relationship with each other, whether they dating or married, they're trying to one-up each other. There's always someone jacking for power, jacking for control in the relationship, right? So see, I don't base my relationships like that on just controlling a motherfucker and all that shit all day long and dominating. Nah, I don't base my relationships. I don't approach it like that. So that's what I mean. I said the red pill, that ain't got nothing to do with me. Most of that shit don't apply to me. You know what I'm saying? Now, some people will say, well, what about the laws? What about the laws? The laws apply to you if you're living in the United States of America. Yeah, okay, yeah. The laws apply to everybody if you live in the same country. But I never had to deal with any of those laws because I was always aware of what's going on socially. And I focus on the relationships I have with each person. I don't sit back and be like, treat people like a fucking robot or wait on some type of laws or public policy to be passed. I just never approached it like that. I don't wait on somebody else or something else to change for me to make a move and try to live my best life. I don't do it like that, So see, once these two groups of people start going back and forth, whether it's a foreigner or a white person or whatever, at the end of the day, when I walk in the room, once they're done bickering and going back and forth, it's going to be all eyes on me. And see, that's what I know. That's what has been proven to be true. So that's when they start the toxic masculinity. At the end of the day, it's going to be all eyes on me. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get caught up in none of that BS. Because I already know what it is. You got a group of people, men and women, sometimes foreigners bickering back and forth, sometimes people in the white community going back and forth. But I know at the end of the day, when I walk in the room or when I show up, it's going to be all eyes on me. I'm going to be the big bad wolf, or I'm the elephant in the room. I'm the one that everybody's talking about at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I don't get caught up in none of that red pill shit, because we as Black Americans, we're in a totally different position than anybody else in this country. No one else it compares to us. You know what I'm saying? Other people that come over here from these other countries, they come over here on their own. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'm born and raised here in North America. I have no relatives nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? So my family didn't come from nowhere else on either side. So, and plus we've been disenfranchised. So these other people that's coming over here, they're not disenfranchised. They help. As soon as they get here, they get help. They get a bag. They get opportunities. You know what I'm saying? My family never had opportunities. They had to make their opportunities. And as soon as they made those opportunities, it got taken away from them. So we're not in the same position. So that's why I don't get caught up in that red pill shit. Because it ain't got nothing to do with me. Just like I said, you know. So now a lot of times what I see online, you have a lot of people that pander and cater, try to act like they're a part of something that ain't really got nothing to do with them. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we have to stay out the way and let other people do their thing and let them turn against each other, whatever. That's just like I give you an example. That's just like Trump and Elon Musk. I guess they're going back and forth. They disagreed on something. I don't know what it is, but whatever it is, it's some type of tension, something going on. Online, I seen a couple pictures where Trump got his finger up, looking like he's talking to Elon Musk in the White House, and then I seen Elon Musk say some shit online or whatever against Trump. So I guess it seems like they're not on the best terms. You know what I'm saying? And that ain't got nothing to do with us. That ain't got nothing to do with me. That ain't my business. So sometimes you gotta mind your own damn business. Because at the end of the day, I know when I walk in the room amongst all these people, whether they white or from continent of Africa, Asia, or South America, when I walk into the goddamn room, all eyes on me. Just like Tupac said. Rest in peace to Tupac. All eyes on me. That's been proven to be true since I've been living. You know, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have any allies like a lot of people like talking. There's no ally. I don't have no allies. They don't exist. You know, I have people that, if anything, they'll come around me and see what they can take. If I allow them to get close to me, and as soon as they get what they want, they're out. But they really don't have anything to bring to the table. They're not really useful. They're just here to get what they can get, and they're gone. And that's most of these people online that doing all the talking. They're kind of, you know, they most of them are parasites, you know. So hey, those are my thoughts, and I'm not a part of no red pill community, you know, and most of these guys are just complaining about what a woman is doing, and it's a total waste of time, in my opinion. I'm the type of guy, I like to show and prove. I'm not gonna sit down and listen to what a woman is saying all day long. I don't got time. At the end of the day, either she's in or she's out. That's really it. You have to lead. You can't lead and complain about women at the same time. You gotta do one. You gotta pick one. Either you're gonna lead or complain about her all day long. No. And at the end of the day, either she's in or she's out. I talk about this in all my books. You know what I'm saying? That's leadership at its core. You know, in the Navy, they used to tell us, either you're gonna lead or get the hell out the way. So share this episode. Don't forget to hit my Cash App on the way out. Until next time, I'm out. Peace.
Alright. Just got the call, it's going down tonight. It's a lot of goodbyes here tonight, but then I saw the stallion that I like. Handsome guy.